Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Dalton Dover, and I'm going to make a little training video on some ergonomic safety features that we have at our store that I work at Napa Auto Parts here in Kerrville, Texas. We do not only sell auto parts, we also do some minor machine work. So we're going to take a look at a few different things. I'm going to start in the machine shop because that's usually where we see a little bit more need for the ergonomic safety preventative measures in place. Bear with the video quality. I don't have my camcorder and stuff while I'm doing this, and today was about the best day that I was able to do this video. So we'll start by taking a look at a few different items that we deal with on a daily basis, and I'll show you some of the things that we put in place to make it healthier, make it safer, make it better for all the employees using the equipment. And then we'll move on into the store portion of it, and I'll show you some of the general, I guess you would call it office ergonomic safety measures that we use, including good posture, good support for your feet. We stand a lot, using keyboards, things like that, lifting product. So I will show you that, and we'll go ahead and we'll get started. All right, so here we are in the first portion of our machine shop. It's kind of a mess right now. We only do a few items here. We'll press bearings, whether it's driveline bearings, hub bearings, anything like that, U-joints. We resurface heads and manifolds. In this machine here that you're looking at, we turn flywheels for customers whenever they purchase new clutches. And we've got safeties in place from locking mechanisms here to make sure that this doesn't go haywire. Also, what we tend to use is not only gloves, but a couple of other PPE is what I would consider it, and in place to make sure that not only the employee that's using this machine, they keep themselves safe from the air that they're breathing, but also their clothing that they're wearing. And I'll show you what we have for that. All right, so things that we use are obviously aprons to keep your clothing and such clean. Anytime we're doing any kind of machine work, no matter if it's something as simple as pressing a bearing or grinding down a flywheel or something, we're always wearing safety goggles as well as latex gloves. Now, sometimes what we will use instead of latex gloves when we're resurfacing heads and manifolds on this big belt resurfacer here, as you can see, what we'll use instead is welder's gloves that are made more for a higher heat displacement so that you don't burn your hands, because they're known to get very hot whenever you're putting pressure on them and sanding these units down. We'll use that to make sure that nobody's in harm's way with dealing with anything regarding heat to the hands. Also, anytime we resurface manifolds, heads, or turn flywheels, we're always wearing respirator covers. Now, the reason being is because whenever you're doing any of these type jobs or materials are being used where you're cutting into metal and you're shaving metal down, you have to have this in here so that you're not breathing in the metal particles. And you'll know immediately whenever you do need it. It doesn't take long to realize that there's a problem whenever you touch your nose or close your nose together if you're not wearing one of these, and then you smell the smell of rusted metal for about 2 days, and you can't shower it off of you. This was a preventative measure that we put in place actually about a month ago. Me and the owner of the business are majority of the time the ones that perform those tasks in the machine shop, and after having to deal with the smell of metal and stuff, we realized this probably isn't a good idea. We need to start looking at a better way of handling this, and using these respirators here, they work out great. There's no more problems, nothing, no smell of metal. I'm sure it's a lot safer for your lungs, safer for the air so that you're breathing. And so that's just one that we recently put into place, and we're pretty appeased with it. So that's what we use whenever it comes to any of that kind of stuff there. Now, going over to our shop press area where we press bearings and U-joints and anything like that. This is a mess. We actually just got done doing a job a few hours ago. This is our main workbench where we can set everything up. What we've got is here on our shop press itself, and you'll see a vise here. Everything that we do, we don't put in pressure down with our hands. We don't hold parts down whenever we're hammering on them. We don't do anything like that. We vise it down, we crimp it down, we hold it down with another tool so that it's not causing strain and causing pressure points on our hands. That's an ergonomic measure that we put in place, not only to help ourselves and keep ourselves safe, but also to help the part. It doesn't take much to hammer on a piece of a part or try to hammer on a seal, and you're trying to hold it steady with your hand. It doesn't take a lot of turn for you to ruin that seal, and then there goes $50 right out the window. So not only does it save us money, it also saves our hands and saves ourselves on the workload that we put on. We use as much power tools as we possibly can whenever it comes to cutting out bearings, just to alleviate the stress from ourselves having to set it up or hold the items up onto the press to balance it, then lock it down, then to press them out whenever it's easier just to vise a bearing down, cut through it, and give it one whack with a chisel and a hammer, and then it comes right off. Not only does that save time, but it also saves the added strain. So this is what we've got. This is a majority of what we have in place here. Everything is about waist high so that it makes it easy for us to work with. It's not too low. These desks aren't low. They're not too high, so we're working up at a reach, or we're working having to squat down or bend over. We're able to stand up straight and work at the table just as we would if we were working with anything else. So that helps with our posture, keeps us standing upright, which helps whenever we're moving around or dealing with anything that's a little bit heavier. Not saying that these items are 100 pounds plus, but if you move enough items that are 20 pounds plus enough during a day, it can definitely cause a strain in your back. And we've yet to see that issue because of these tables being as high as they are without us having to bend over or deal with them. We can move around and slide them around pretty easily without any kind of constraint or any kind of issues. So now I'm going to take a look at the actual storefront itself and show you some of the ergonomic preventative measures for risk factors that we have put in place here at the store that we deal with and that we're working with daily. All right, here we are at the owner's office. I do quite a bit of work in here myself, and as you can see, mainly it's just a sitting regular desk, 2 computers, 2 desks for the owner and his wife. The chairs that you see here, not only they have lumbar support, so they support your lower back and stuff, they're also adjustable, different heights, different size people sitting down. They can adjust it to a comfortable position. We got these chairs in about a year ago, and they seem to work great, much better than the old style chairs that they had in here for about 5 years, giving them lower back problems. So they've used that, and it seems to have alleviated that problem there. All right, here we are at the back of the store. As you can see up where the counter guys work, you can see that what they're standing on are stress relief mats. We stand on concrete all day long, and the best way to alleviate any kind of foot pressure, not only is it good shoes, comfortable shoes, but it's also having these stress mats where they're standing a majority of their time. We might walk around on concrete every once in a while, but most of the time it's standing behind those computer screens and working. Again, those desks there that we work on, those are a tad higher than waist high, so it's a comfortable reach. You're not bending over, you're not reaching up too much or anything like that. Makes it easy, makes it simple, keeps everybody safe, keeps everybody healthy. Lastly, what I want to talk about is moving heavy items, whether it's stacks of DEF fluid like you see here, whether it's 5-gallon buckets of hydraulic oil, clutches, batteries, any of that kind of stuff. We try to utilize our dollies as much as possible. We've got 3 of them roaming around the store. This one here was used to move this DEF fluid this morning, but we always try and make sure that everybody that works here, if they're moving heavy stuff, oils, anything like that, that we take advantage of the dollies, or we take advantage of the baskets and 4-wheel carts that we have roaming around this store. Like you see here, this is one of them, along with our carts. So any extremely heavy stuff, pallets that we get in, shipments, things like that, we always use a pallet jack. So these are just a few of the items that we have in place here at the Napa and Kerrville. I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope that you're able to get a little bit better understanding of some of the ergonomic risk factor preventatives that we have in place here. There's many more. There's more all over this place in this store. I don't have time to go over all of them, but I wanted to give you a brief idea of some of the important ones, some of the most important ones that can cause issues firsthand and very quickly. And I hope that you learned something new out of it. And if you didn't, or if you're able to comment on something or have any suggestions for anything else, or something that you liked, please let me know. I sure appreciate it. Thanks.